Hello again everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen if you haven't been here before. Warm welcome to you, and if you're a returning visitor, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again today. Now I don't really know what I'm doing today again so it could be a bit like yesterday's video or whenever it was, day before. I want to start on my Christmas journals. I need to make 3 Christmas journals, and I've saved 3 of these Amazon packaging things to use as covers. I feel like I'm a bit close. Maybe I'm just going to see if I can move the camera up a little bit. I hope that's not making you too dizzy. I need a slap of tea. I've got a busy day today and I'm trying to fit this in quickly before I have to go out shortly. Yeah, I had in mind when I saved these are Amazon envelopes, and I thought, oh, they'd make a good journal cover, but for what I want, they're going to be too big, you know, to just cut up and use as a cover. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut them in half, and hopefully that will be big enough. So I have got 3 of these, but I think I'm only going to need 1.5, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So and I've also got in my folder that I keep my papers in, I've got these, I pulled these Christmassy papers out when we made the Christmas in July project, and I've literally just, you can see, shoved them all back in into a clear document wallet thing. So I've still got all the scraps from that journal I made, some sheet music of carols, some other paper that I didn't use, and then at the back here I've got those other kits that I had printed out. Well, I didn't print them out specifically for that, I already had them printed out. So these are from the Digital Collage Club, and I know I've been using some of that in the end of year journal as well. So I've got quite a lot of papers here. This is a kit I bought on Etsy. Might even be 2 kits there I bought on Etsy. So I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, but I thought I'm going to make a start and try and get myself organised. So I thought I would just turn the camera on and see what happened. So that's what I'm doing. I don't even know if I've got clear, you know, a clear difference between these. I think these might all just be muddled up together, so I'll probably have to sit and go through those off camera to try and work out what will go in which journal. Now I want these 3 journals to be the same but different. I don't want them to look exactly the same, but I want them to feel generally the same. So I think what I'll do first of all is just cut this in half so that I've got an idea of what I'm going to be working with. So I'll just pause you while I do that. Okay, so I've got 3 sort of bases for my covers now. All I did was literally cut the envelopes in half, and then I cut off the flappy part in line with this, and then I just took a sliver off the top to open them up. So I'm not sure how these are going to work, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. So let's pull these bits off. It's made my hands really dirty. So I've got 3 covers or the bases for 3 covers ready. So what am I going to do next? Now I'm imagining I don't want these to be you know, big proper journals, you know, like the for signature type affairs that I usually do. These are all very slightly different sizes, but then that's not a problem. They'll all end up roughly. So I'm just wondering if I am going to need to make a spine here, or whether I can literally just sew the pages in there. So I'm just thinking, I reckon I'm going to grab some plain paper to help me work this out. I reckon if I have 10 sheets of paper for each one, excuse me rattling about here, 10 pieces of paper for each one will give me 40 sides. Where's my paper? I can't find my normal paper, sorry. Is that normal paper? Oh, that'll do. Right, what have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how. I'm just wondering if I need to do 2 signatures or if I can just have 1 signature. But then if I'm going to be sticking things on, and that's 5. What have I got here? 6, 7. This is different paper, a bit will do. 8, 9, 10. So if I have 10 sheets in each one, that will give me 40 sides, which should be okay. But when that's in there, is that going to be okay or not? I'm going to start by assuming that that is going to be okay. Because if I fold it here and here, that's quite a big spine then, isn't it? Let's see how much that is. That would give me a 1 3/4 inch spine, just over a 1 3/4 inch spine. And I normally do a 2-inch spine for a proper great big journal, so I think that might be too much. 1.5 inch spine, that is. Not sure. And do I need to decide before I make a start? I do really, don't I? Maybe as that's there, I will, as those score marks are there, maybe I should make use of them and make a spine. So, change of plan already. So that, now is that, that's the other thing, will that be wide enough then? Because oh dear, those papers, I've just thrown them and now I can't reach them. Thrown them down there. Right, let's fold this in half so that we've got a bit of a template going on for the size we're going to have. So that might just be okay, mightn't it? We've got a little, it's okay at the top and the bottom. We're going to have a little bit at the edge, so hopefully that will work then. So the next thing what do I want to do? Do I want to cover these now? Do I want to get some pages together first? You can tell I haven't thought this through at all, can't you? I should really start recording when I'm a bit more organised, but where would the fun be in that? Now I had some pages here like these ones. Oh, they're going to be facing the wrong way though, aren't they? I was thinking would I just be able to cover, but I won't, because A, they're portrait not landscape, and B, they're not big enough. But I could, you know, put one on the front, one on the back maybe. So right, we need to think about what we're going to do on the cover then. And I also need to think about what I'm going to do with the pages. So I think I will just pause for a moment and look through all these papers and try and decide on some sort of skeleton innards for each book. So I'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm back again. It's actually the next day. I got interrupted when I went off yesterday to do my sorting, and I didn't get time to come back and carry on the video. So it's now the next day. So I'm not sure how long we were here yesterday and where we got up to, but while I've been away, I've separated all of those pages that you saw before into 3 piles for the 3 journals, and I've decided what's going to be my front page and what's going to be my middle, and then all of these were printed on my old printer that used to have a mind of its own, so none of them were borderless. Some of them were printed with massive gaps down the edge. Some of them were wonky. So I've gone through and just trimmed the tops and bottoms of all of them. And then the ones that have got quite a wide border but are not too wonky, I thought I could fold those and use them to attach flips to in the journal. Probably not all of them, because there's quite a few in each set of papers. So probably be too many to have, you know, flips and flaps on all of them, but I've left them for the time being so that I've got the option to do something with those. What else have I done? So yeah, I've got my 3 sort of journals now, the bases of my 3 journals, and while I was fiddling about doing that, I had an idea for the covers. Now, if you have followed me for a while, you may be aware that the covers are the thing I find hardest for journals. And I thought, you know, as I'm in my used envelope mania phase at the moment, I had the idea to use the window part of an envelope and put an image behind it so it's like a little frame, and use that as the basis for, you know, some sort of decoration for the cover. So I've pulled out 3 envelopes and I've just trimmed down the tops and opened them at the bottom so that I can get into the middle. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I thought if I did something like that, the picture behind, you know, on a bit of canvas or something on the front of each one. So I thought I might have a little start on that now, and make a start on what I'm going to be using as the covers. Now this project is going to be a long-winded one, I think. So I think it's going to be one where I come back to it in the middle of other videos. So I hope that will be all right with you all. And what else did I want to, I was thinking before I switch the camera on, oh, I must mention that, can't remember what it was now, it will come back to me. So I want to find something to go in these windows for each one, and these kits had ephemera sheets as well. So originally I thought, oh, I've got 3 there, maybe I could use those 3 ladies, one for each journal, or I could use one of these tags. So I was looking through these. There's some beautiful images here. I mean, these are quite small, but look at those 2 Santas at the top there, aren't they fabulous? These are all from the Digital Collage Club. And then I had these random pages. I've no idea where they're from. Probably the Digital Collage Club. Don't know why they've printed at that size. So I thought, oh, as they're quite diddy, they might look quite nice inside here. I think I might need to open these up a bit more. Right, I'm going to need to chop these down to see how it will look in each one, and which ones I want to use. So let's go mad and use the scissors. I'm living dangerously now. I've been sitting on the floor for about an hour cutting the edges off of all of those sheets of paper, all of those pages. So my back and my knees are killing me now, but I can't put my guillotine on this table. The table's not sturdy enough, and I really don't want to carry everything downstairs to the kitchen table and then all the way back up again. So now I'm going to upload, hopefully I'm going to upload this video today, and then tomorrow, I did mention before, I'm going away, and I was hoping that I'd have a few videos in the bank, shall we say, that could go up while I'm away, but realistically I don't think that's going to happen now. So as I say, this video will go up today, and then I don't think there'll be another video probably until the end of the week, Friday time. So that looks quite cute, doesn't it? But does the Merry Christmas look silly because it's cut off? Could put something else over there, couldn't I? So if I concentrate on getting the person in, yeah, I think they'll look okay. Yeah, so this video will go up today. It's Sunday today. The next video probably won't go up until Friday now, so apologies for that, but you know, when you've got other things going on in your life, you just sometimes something has to give sometimes, and unfortunately it's going to be my videos this week. So if I do get a chance to record something later, I will. So there's something else going up, but it's gone lunchtime today, and I've still got quite a lot to do before we go tomorrow. So realistically, I don't think there's going to be another video up. So we're going to stay in Wales, and apparently where we're going there's no phone signal, so that's going to be interesting. We're all so reliant on our phones these days, aren't we? It'll be a nice break. We're only going for 2 nights, and it's like a 6-hour drive from where we are, so you know, tomorrow is going to be travelling. By the time we get there, it'll probably be dinner and bed job. And then we'll have the whole day on Tuesday, and then obviously we'll be travelling back Wednesday. So, and then on Thursday, my daughter is coming tonight. My middle daughter has taken a few days off and is coming to dog sit, so we'll be taking her back on Thursday, so that's going to be another day, you know, taken care of. So yeah, I'm going to disappear after today for a few days. I'll be back at the end of the week. Just deciding which one of these pictures I like best. That one's got toys. That would need to go over a bit more. How big is this? Let's do a bit more and see. So that's some sort of general idea. Obviously I've got to get the placement right for each one. And then once these are done, I'm going to seal this, but I might pop it on the cover as a pocket. So just, you know, stick it round the three sides so that something goes, but I'm not sure about that yet. It depends what else I sort of put together behind it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get these roughly in the right places and stick them in. So he needs to go over a little bit more. It does look like a little boy, looks like my grandson. So that needs to go about there. So have you started working on your Christmas projects yet? These journals are they're not for sale, they're all going to stay in the family. So I don't mind trying out different things to see how they work, because not that, you know, if I'm making stuff for the family, I do still put the same sort of care and attention on it. I don't mean it that way, but I know that the recipients will be a little more forgiving than, and you know, if someone's paid money for a journal, obviously they're going to want, and you want for yourself, you know, for your own, you know, if you do something, you want it done properly, don't you? You want to give the best of yourself, especially when someone's paying for something. So right, so I think he's going to go in there. He looks quite nice. So what's the best thing to stick him down with, do we think? That side's going to be trimmed so that it's even both sides. I might just snip the top open so that I've got a bit more leeway here. So all my pages now for the journal have ended up different sizes, you know, where I've trimmed them and whatnot. But I imagine that by the time they've had bits and pieces stuck on, you know, lace, trim, ribbon, flips, that it won't matter. They'll be okay. Right, that's roughly in the right place. So let's trim off these excess bits. I hope this is not boring, me doing the same sort of thing all the time with these envelopes, but I have so many used envelopes. I love playing around with them and seeing, you know, what I can do with them. So I'm sure if you're fed up with it, you won't be watching anyway. Right, let's try and get that in roughly the right place. I hope my head's not under the camera. Scooch over a little bit more. As this is going to be stuck together, I just need that held in place for now. So yeah, that looks quite nice. And then obviously I'll do something around here to make it look pretty. So that's one done. This one next. Now, how much of this can I lose? About there. Again, I think I need to snip this open. Now this one, I am going to have to put something on the front to hide that part of that word, because I don't like that. So, but I think that will be okay. Does that look all right, do you think? Or would we be better with the little girl? I quite like this one because I like the stamp at the top. There's Boulogne. Is it Boulogne? I think it's Boulogne. Well, you won't see that postage stamp anyway. Which one looks better? Got another one here as well. I don't know why I was cutting those out so carefully, because we're not seeing the edges anyway, are we? Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm thinking. These two just seemed right to me straight away, but I'm struggling with this one. I don't know why. Is it because they've got toys? Maybe. So our choice is that one. That one. This one. It's dressed up as a Christmas tree by the looks of it. Decisions. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to stick this one in because I know I want this one. So again, just got to get the placement right. Don't think I need to cut anything off of that one. Again, I'll just put something at the top there to hide that. Right, let's snip that open. have a date in mind of when I would like these to be done for. And I've got plenty of time, so I'm hoping to, you know, just come back to these every now and then between other projects, work on these. Right, that's about in the right place. Because, you know, I've got my swap envelopes to make, but obviously the videos for those won't go up until November, because like before, I want the recipient to get them before I'm plastering them all over social media. Now my film seems to have wrinkled there. I wonder why. Oh well, adds character. Let's snip this excess off. Done it the wrong way round this time, haven't I? Talk about cack-handed. So that's going to interfere with the fold otherwise. Should have done that first. Just need a little tiny bit more off of there. And obviously these are not tutorials. These are more craft along with me and don't do what I do. Like that. Right, so that one's going to go in there. So we've got two ready. So now we just need to decide with this one which one I like best. So we've got I think I'm going to stick with that one. I think he's quite cute. So chop that bit off and do it first this time. Put a little bit of glue around here. I don't know how long I was filming yesterday, so I have no idea how long this video is going to be altogether, but I feel like I probably shouldn't do much more than this, because I don't know how long I was on yesterday and I don't want to keep you here all day. So now this film on this one is annoying me because it's got wrinkled, so I wonder if it's too late to lift that and use a different envelope. Oh, it wasn't me. It looks like the film's already wrinkled. Right, let's see if I've got another envelope I can grab. This one will have to be cut down to size, the others already had been. Sorry, I'm doing this off to the side to keep all my rubbish in a pile. So let's, sorry for the noise outside, you can hear that. I feel like that needs a little bit more off. Shouldn't do, because this is the same envelope, same style of envelope as the last one, so it should fit just the same. That's this side I need to worry about. She definitely needs a little bit more off this side, I think. You know what's going to happen now? I'm going to cut this too small and I'll end up having to use one of those pictures I couldn't decide about in the first place. I think the window's a different size on this one. That still seems to have gone wrinkly. I wonder why. Oh well, I don't think it will be too noticeable once you know, everything's on there and it's decorated, hopefully. So I think I'm going to leave that there today. Let me know what you think, and yeah, thank you for watching. I'm sorry, I feel like that this has been a real all over the place. I think the last couple of videos have been all over the place, to be honest, haven't they? So I hope it's not too distracting with me umming and ahhing and fiddling about and wondering what I'm doing. But I hope you find this, you know, a little bit useful, seeing the thought process and what I'm planning. So yeah, the idea is they'll be cut down and they'll be popped on the front here, and these will probably be covered with I've got some Christmas fabrics in the garage. I haven't been down and got them out yet, so hopefully there will be enough pieces that are big enough to cover these. Otherwise I'll be improvising and finding something else to use. But yeah, I'm hoping that I've got Christmas fabrics, and then these will go on top, probably, you know, on top of something like that. Maybe some buttons, maybe a bit of lace. Don't know, play around when we get to that stage, but at least I've made a start now. I've got my covers cut, I've got the beginnings of the cover decoration, I've got my pages sorted, so I'll be back again probably at the end of the week, and I don't know yet what I'll be working on then. It may well be this again, we'll see. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe, enjoy your crafting time, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye bye.